In the top stories, Prime Minister allocates CBI funds to critical national projects. CAFA warns of rising mosquito-borne diseases in the Caribbean, and Russian strikes devastate Kyiv Children's Hospital, killing 29 across Ukraine. Hello and welcome to the ZIZ Midday Newscast. Today is Monday, July 8th, 2024. I'm Scotty Sia Hendrickson. Nationally, in a move to bolster national resilience and development, Prime Minister the Honorable Dr. Terence Drew, who also oversees the Citizenship by Investment or CBI program, has announced that the government will redirect the CBI dividend to fund crucial projects. These include strengthening the development bank and enhancing hurricane preparedness measures. Dr. Drew emphasized that this decision underscores the administration's dedication to the nation's physical and financial well-being. The CBI dividend, which was committed to being paid twice yearly, depending on a surplus from the CBI receipts after all financial obligations are met, has seen 2 dividends and 1 reset paid so far. This achievement makes our country the only one to have implemented such a system, said Dr. Drew. However, due to the recent readjustments of the CBI and the need to meet critical obligations, a surplus was not realized this period, end quote. Prime Minister Drew elaborated on these obligations, highlighting the importance of saving the development bank, indirectly supporting Social Security, investing in a 50 million desalination plant set to commence soon, and preparing for an active hurricane season. He noted that these commitments are essential for ensuring the nation's stability and prosperity. This administration will continue to be transparent with our people and make the best decisions in your interest, assured Prime Minister Drew. He reaffirmed the government's dedication to prudent financial management and prioritizing initiatives that safeguard the well-being and future of the nation. The Federal Parliament of St. Kitts and Nevis has reaffirmed its dedication to transparency and good governance with the successful passage of the Freedom of Information Amendment Bill 2024, passed on Friday, July 5th. The bill introduces significant changes to enhance the efficiency and oversight of the nation's Freedom of Information framework. Attorney General and Minister of Justice and Legal Affairs, the Honorable Garth Wilkin, who moved the second reading of the bill, highlighted its importance. According to AG Wilkin, the amendment allows either the Ombudsman or the Special Prosecutor to serve as the Information Commissioner. This change addresses overlapping responsibilities and promotes budgetary efficiency. He emphasized that the Act provides a crucial mechanism for public and press access to non-confidential government information while safeguarding sensitive data related to commercial interests, national security, law enforcement, and legal professional privilege. The role of the Information Commissioner includes supervising the access process, handling complaints, conducting investigations, creating policies, and reporting to the National Assembly. The Commissioner is appointed for a 3-year term, renewable for a maximum of 2 terms, and cannot hold another public office simultaneously. AG Wilkin further detailed the rationale behind the amendment, noting the current acting ombudsman is expected to take the dual role, streamlining processes for those seeking information or launching investigations. He assured that the arrangement is flexible, allowing for the roles to be split if necessary without further legislative changes. The Freedom of Information Amendment Bill 2024 had its first reading on February 22, 2024. He concluded that the passage of the Freedom of Information Amendment Bill 2024 underscores St. Kitts and Nevis's commitment to enhancing transparency accountability, and good governance, while also ensuring fiscal responsibility. Minister of Sports, the Honorable Samuel Duggins, has encouraged young athletes in St. Kitts and Nevis to pursue their dreams, their sporting dreams, emphasizing the government's commitment to investing in programs and infrastructure to develop world-class athletes. During a sitting of the National Assembly on Friday, July 5th, 2024, Minister Duggins highlighted the recent successes of local athletes Mikhail and Jeremiah Louis, as well as Jazara Claxton, who have excelled in cricket. The Louis brothers are the first individuals from St. Kitts to be selected for the West Indies senior men's team, while Claxton serves as the captain of the Leeward Islands under-19 women's team. Additionally, 6 other females from the Federation are part of the team. Minister Duggins noted that many individuals from St. Kitts and Nevis have made successful careers in sports and sporting-related fields, including professional athletics, coaching, officiating, administration, sports recovery and healing, and sports journalism. The Department of Sports has been actively working to reintegrate organized sports into schools, achieving success in football, cricket, and netball. In regional news, the Caribbean Public Health Agency, or CAFA, has issued a warning about the serious public health threat posed by mosquito-borne diseases in the Caribbean, noting increased reports of dengue outbreaks, hospitalizations, and fatalities. The agency has also confirmed recent cases of Zika and chikungunya as its medical microbiology laboratory. Dr. Lisa Inder, CAFA's interim executive director, reported a 200-fold increase in suspected dengue cases in the Americas during the first half of 2024 compared to the second period in 2023. She emphasized the importance of bolstering surveillance, prevention, and control measures to curb the spread of these arboviruses. CAFA highlighted that dengue outbreaks occur every 3 to 5 years, with past outbreaks of chikungunya and Zika virus infections challenging public health systems across the region. These diseases are transmitted by the Aedes mosquito endemic to the Caribbean. With the hurricane season on the way, Dr. Horace Cox, CAFA's Assistant Director of Surveillance, Disease Prevention and Control, urged member states to enhance vector management strategies, including eliminating mosquito breeding sites. CAFA stressed the need for intensified mosquito control activities and urged member countries to review their preparedness and response plans. The agency called for continued surveillance, early diagnosis, and timely care of the disease cases to prevent complications. CAFA noted that mosquito spreading dengue are active during the day and stressed the importance of personal preventative measures, especially for vulnerable groups such as infants, young children, and older adults and pregnant women. Confirmed cases should rest under mosquito nets. In other regional news, an extensive search took place last night in Guyana to find a teenage boy and a 20-year-old man who went missing at Unity Beach in Makaya hours earlier. The Ministry of Home Affairs said Navin Sinath, 20, and Daniel Budram, 17, both residents of Unity Village, went to the beach with their friend Joshua Donarine. The ministry said Donarine told officials when they arrived at the beach, the water was inshore with heavy waves. Despite the conditions, the trio went into the water. After approximately half an hour, Donarine decided to leave the water as it reached chest height, citing his inability to swim as the reason. After getting dressed, he noticed his friends were no longer visible in the water. He searched for them, but no availability, and subsequently returned to the village to raise an alarm, the ministry said. The search party combed the shoreline of Sinoth and Budram. They were not found. A Coast Guard vessel will be deployed today to assist with the search and rescue effort. In international news, Russian missile strikes have severely damaged one of Kyiv's children's hospital, Ukraine's largest pediatric facility, resulting in 15 deaths in the capital and a total of 29 across Ukraine. Ukrainian President Zelensky, currently in Poland, condemned the attacks and called for Russia to face consequences. He reported over 40 missiles targets various cities, damaging residential buildings, infrastructure, and hospital. A doctor described the attack as devastating, with 60 to 70% of the hospital destroyed, forcing the evacuation of many patients. Kyiv's mayor labeled it one of the worst attacks on the capital since the war began. Elsewhere, the head of military administration reported 10 dead and 31 wounded, while Dinero said 1 death and 6 injured. As Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi arrived in Moscow, Russia denied the targeting civilians, claiming the strikes were aimed at military facilities. Ukraine's defense minister called for strengthening air defenses, highlighting rising civilian casualties. Boeing has agreed to plead guilty to a criminal fraud conspiracy charge after the U.S. Department of Justice found the company violated a reform deal following 2 fatal 737 MAX crashes that killed 346 people. The plea included $243 million in criminal fines. Families of the crash victims have criticized the deal as insufficient, calling it a sweetheart deal and an atrocious abomination that lets Boeing avoid full responsibility. The settlement requires approval by a U.S. judge. By pleading guilty, Boeing avoids a criminal trial, which the victims' families had been pushing for. The company has been under scrutiny since the crashes in 2018 and 2019 led to the global grounding of 737 MAX for over a year. In 2021, prosecutors charged Boeing with conspiracy to defraud regulators, alleging it deceived the Federal Aviation Administration, or FAA, about the MCA's flight control system involved in the crashes. Boeing agreed to pay a penalty and undergo 3 years of increased monitoring and reporting, which the DOJ found it violated in May, reopening the possibility of prosecuting. Boeing's guilty plea marks a significant black mark, giving the prominent U.S. military contractor a criminal record, which could affect its ability to participate in government contracts, although waivers can be granted. And now for the weather. Weather is overcast with showers and thunderstorms. Winds are moderate, 15 miles per hour from a northerly direction. Seas are 1 to 1.5 meters or 3 to 5 feet. The weather forecast for today predicts mostly cloudy skies with periods of showers, some of which could be moderate to locally heavy at times, and possible isolated thunderstorms developing mainly during the morning. Gradual improvements are anticipated later in the day. Tonight is expected to be partly cloudy skies in general, with a 40% or moderate chance of brief passing showers overnight. Sunset today will be at 6:49 p.m. and sunrise tomorrow will be at 5:43 a.m. And that brings us to the end of the ZIZ Midday Newscast. Join us this evening for these stories and more in detail. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Scotty Sia Hendrickson.